You saw the title. You know as well as I do just how painful it's been seeing the price of games slowly rising from the stoic, unwavering $60 to $70 now. From companies like Activision Blizzard with ever popular Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3 was set at $70 despite its negative reception. Ubisoft's another company that's completely given over to the idea of $70 games. The release of the disastrous Skull and Bones being marketed as a quote-unquote quadruple A game. We all know how that went. And the upcoming Star Wars Outlaws, which has its own controversy currently brewing. Really, guys? Making me pay for a $110 edition to unlock the season pass just for a Jabba the Hutt mission? Is that not a little absurd, guys? Meanwhile, you have plenty of indie developed games that just blow AAA games out of the water. Lethal Company, Helldivers 2 come to my mind. Yes, they had their own problems, their own bugs, but they had an absolutely tidal wave of popularity, showing that big studios have just lost touch with what people really want to play. Like, no, I don't want your battle pass shoved into my face when I load up the game. I want to experience the game. I want to play with my friends. I want to have a good time. And this wasn't always a problem. Even now, I bet when I mentioned Call of Duty, many of you had some nostalgic memories of BO2, BO1, hell, even COD 4. Memories of you and the boys coming home after school or maybe even after work and just having fun. Maybe if you even lurked on YouTube, you might remember the trick shotting montages that were popular, or even the videos we got from those like the Vanoss crew and the wild stuff they did. Long story short, we as gamers spend our money and our time and effort because we want to experience a good story, have fun with the world, the mechanics. Maybe we just want to have fun with the boys on a Saturday night after a long work week. Point is, it's obvious that big studios have forgotten that, and they've changed their focus to pulling as much money out of us as they possibly can, seen as nothing more than a piggy bank. Just gotta find the right hammer to crack us with. The price of games is almost suffocating as we watch as new games are announced, shown off, displayed as some sort of a revolutionary experience, just for it to be a buggy mess that once we get our hands on just leaves us disappointed and disheartened. We shouldn't be spending $70 on games that don't even try to meet your expectations. And yet, even with disappointment after disappointment, we're again reminded just why we love this hobby. With game releases like Elden Ring, God of War, and Baldur's Gate 3 all being massive releases that just shook the community. And you know what they asked? $60. And they earned that price point. They gave us the stories that we wanted to follow. They gave us an enriching world to dive into. We got lost for hours in those worlds. With these overpriced cash grabs being shut down time and again, it's like the studios have learned the wrong lessons. Instead of making games engaging and worth the price, one studio in particular found it better to simply erase their previous game to ensnare gamers to fall for their scam. Overwatch 2. The massive multiplayer shooter that dominated in 2016 upon its release, even winning Game of the Year over games like Uncharted 4, Doom, Titanfall 2, all of which I personally believe were better than that. Now that's a different topic, but when they announced Overwatch 2, many were skeptical and worried, but as Blizzard showed off more and more of the game, the lofty ideas like a fully fledged campaign with cinematics, skills, dynamic weather, and many other promises. And yet, none of that happened. They scrapped it, trashed it, and threw it to the side. With Keller even saying, "This has been hard for us, but as the director of this project, I have to do my best to make decisions to put the game and the community first, even when those decisions are disappointing." We all know the community wasn't put first. Profits was not first on the list. Really? We all know the community wasn't put first. We all know profits were put first. With Overwatch's 10th season being released not too long ago, it's become obvious that even with all the changes the game has undergone, profits are still priority number one, because now they have 6 different currencies to manage. 3 of the 6 you can buy straight from Blizzard. Not to mention their battle pass for $10, or the version that lets you skip a few tiers and get some exclusive skins that aren't available in the normal battle pass or even available in the shop. All for the low price of $40. You know, the same price as Helldivers 2, a game that lets you earn the premium currency for free, simply for playing the game. Blizzard did a good job at getting people to buy this too when they introduced the new currency Mythic Prisms, which allow you to buy old Mythic skins from battle passes, which I will give you credit, that is amazing, due to especially being if you weren't here in those previous seasons, you can still get those skins. But here's the other edge of that sword. If you wanted the current season skin for Mercy, it's a better deal to buy the battle pass for 10 bucks because, of course, they split it into tiers for all the cosmetics of the skin, just to make sure one simple purchase wouldn't let you get everything. And, oh wait, you can't buy the amount needed for the Mercy skin. Lovely. Let's tack on predatory pricing as well. That means you either need to spend 80 bucks for 2 packs of 50 to unlock the skin, or you can save 5 bucks by buying the truly most amazing deal you've ever seen. 100 Mythic Prisms for $75. Or, God forbid, you have the patience to buy multiple packs back to back. You can buy the first 50 prisms for 40 bucks, and then 3 of the 10 prism packs for 10 bucks each, making it $70 instead. Best stick to that $10 battle pass that gives you enough prisms for the Mercy skin, making the shop simply an allure for those that haven't caught on to the scam yet. Ain't that right, Blizzard? Let's do some math, if you'll allow me. Let's say you bought the battle pass just to get the Mercy skin, and maybe all that was inside of it as well. And maybe now you decide you want the old Mythic skins as well. Well, dear viewer, that would total you about 550 prisms for every skin and their cosmetic tier. For simplicity's sake, if you wanted to get that amount exactly, you would have to buy the packs of 100 prisms 5 times and the 50 pack of prisms once. And all of that would cost you $415. And remember, that's not including the Orisa skin or the Moira skin, which seem to have been cycled out of purchase for about a season or two. Now, yes, that means paying less than $1 per prism, which deal-wise is good if you're willing to spend that much, but that doesn't excuse Blizzard from trying to extort every last cent out of their players. Now look, I'm not bashing anyone that already is or is willing to spend that money. I'm simply showing you how much it truly is when you offer your credit or your debit card to this company. I enjoy the game at times myself, but I've put my foot down since the second season. As you can see, I even bought the first season. It's not even mentioning the slimy tactic they employed with Overwatch coins by giving you only 600. Not even enough to buy the next one. But the biggest problem I have with Overwatch 2's monetization method is the full Overwatch League shop still existing. Overwatch League no longer exists, yet they still allow you to buy this special currency for that to buy those skins, which, remember, because of the god-awful mismanagement, shut down Overwatch League, and they still want you to spend money on it. One game that cuts deep to me is Escape from Tarkov. They've been adding more monetization here recently. At first, it was extra stash slots that you can purchase. Unlike the stash upgrades, which you got from buying each edition, you can't unlock these extra slots. You can only get them by paying for them, which means you inherently have more than people that didn't throw $42 extra. And then there was the co-op upgrade, 10 bucks. Not awful, but really, you can't do co-op? Come on now. And another thing is PMC outfits, which is just cosmetics, so that's not terrible, but it's still $43 for all these extra outfits. It's a bit odd to have something like that in Tarkov. I don't think it's exactly fits the game personally. But what seems to have been the nail in the coffin for many, including myself, was the Unheard edition. A whopping $250. 120 above the EOD edition, which I myself actually have. That's insane. And the fact that they removed your ability to even buy the EOD edition just because they didn't want you to be able to have extra DLCs, that just doesn't feel right, man. Now, I know Tarkov is unique when it comes to buying the editions, as obviously it's not going to continue to develop if they can't keep getting money. But at what point does enough become enough? I think I've hit my limit. And I know there's more I could talk about, and likely more that I should talk about. But this was kind of something I want to get off my chest, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts too. I know you guys have opinions. We all do. So, on another note, the background footage that you guys are seeing with Hunt Showdown will be its own video. Sadly, it's not going to be that footage specifically, as I did an oopsie and I lost all of the audio from myself. So there will be a new recording, unfortunately. It might take me a little bit longer. But thanks for listening, guys, and hopefully next time it'll be something you can laugh at. And hopefully it doesn't take me a good month to come out. Thanks for sticking around, you guys. See you next time.